what I really want to drill into you is that the skills are not what's important. Sure, it's like kind of a cool party trick you get as a byproduct of having a strong, mobile, resilient body. What's really important is what you apply in the process of getting there, okay? And there's going to be more physical capacity in everything that you do. You're going to have more longevity in your training, in your sport, if that's something that you do. You're going to have more energy throughout the day. I think that just basic movements, like getting up out of your chair, walking, like I said earlier, it's just going to feel 10 times easier. You're going to have 10 times more resilience in everything that you do. You can go and do things without having to worry about getting injured. It will allow you to actually feel good as well as just look good. And it's going to help eliminate the root cause of your tightness and your injuries. Okay, it's going to condition and prepare your body for the unpredictability of life, prevent injuries in the future. But also, guys, it's going to be a catalyst into all other areas of your life. Like I promise you, when you wake up every morning and like you feel loose, limber, ready to go, like it just changed the entire tone of your day. Right? I know a lot of people in here, they wake up and the first thing they do is have to stretch for 20 minutes, 30 minutes just to kind of hit a baseline and feel good enough to get on with their day. Right? Like that's not what we want to be doing here. Like for us, that's just bare minimum that's required. Right? So this is something that will be a catalyst into all areas of your life. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. And if you perform well physically, then it's going to transfer into how you perform in everything you do, work, business, relationships, whatever that looks like for you. So what we do, we kind of simply take these skills, some of which you can see on the screen here, as a North Star with your training, okay? And the reason we do this is because in the process of getting from wherever you are right now to doing things like this and being able to get into positions like this without even having to warm up and having the strength to hold yourself here, you're going to simultaneously develop all of the physical attributes that you need for true freedom of movement and mobility, okay? So it's not just going to be something that gets you better results, it's also going to make your job more efficient, rewarding, stimulating, mentally stimulating as well as physically stimulating, and also just exciting, right? If you're somebody who gets bored easily with your training, you don't necessarily have a desire to spend a bunch of time on mobility, guys, this is going to keep your training fresh, exciting. There's always like new things to work towards. It's not like you're just training to put an extra bit of weight on the bar and do the same thing again, right? There's always kind of like new things to work towards, which makes it a lot more fun and rewarding. So why do you need this? First of all, before I get into like what we're actually going to do to achieve things like this for every single one of you on here right now, I want to really go into like why this is so important, because if you understand the why behind what you're doing, the chances of you actually achieving it and staying consistent with it just increases dramatically. So the first thing you're going to achieve through what we're going to be working towards is you're going to build strength through a full range of motion. If you follow us on social media, you've probably heard us talk about this quite a lot. Most people, they just kind of like stretch endlessly to kind of try and fix their problems. And the problem with being flexible and not having the strength to support yourself in those end ranges is that you're still going to be prone to injury because you don't have the strength to support yourself in those ranges, okay? So we have a lot of dancers, for example, that come in, okay, like as flexible as they come, hypermobile. But what we find is there's all of them, they're still prone to injury, and they all come to us and they're all very, very injured, and that's because like they have all of this flexibility, but there's no strength to support themselves in the ranges, okay, and that's why this becomes a problem. So this is going to allow you to develop the strength to actually support your joints, so you have resilience in those end ranges, and more importantly, guys, like you can access your full range of motion at any time throughout the day without even having to warm up. Okay, because your body, you're going to be actually, your body's going to feel comfortable in actually moving through these positions without fear of injury. Okay, so that's why the first thing I want you to think about is, you're going to be approaching mobility and flexibility as strength training. Okay, it's going to be a different type of strength training to what you probably experienced in the past, but that's ultimately what you need to get results you haven't got before. So I hope you're all tracking. Let me know if you have any questions, comments in the box. I will catch up with them in a second. Second thing, strength out of alignment, okay? This is so important, yet so many people neglect this, okay? It doesn't matter how strong you are or how strong you look, okay? If you feel sharp pains when you bend down to pick something up or tie your shoelaces, pick up your kid, catch a ball, whatever that may be, okay? Everyone in the traditional kind of training setting is very conditioned to just training very linear patterns, okay? Up and down, side to side, forwards and backwards. And this is very robotic, and it doesn't condition and prepare your body for the unpredictability of life, okay? So we don't move like this in real life. Okay? You're never going to bend down to pick something up from the bottom shelf of a supermarket in perfect squat form, right? You're never going to reach out to pick something up from the floor or get something off a shelf in a perfect like forward backwards